All right, welcome to another lesson in probability. All right, we have a question here. If A and B are events such that the probability of A occurring is 1 over 5, let me just zoom here. 1 over 5, and the probability of A and B occurring at the same time is 1 over 7, and the probability of A occurring only and if B occurs, this is conditional probability, is 1 over 3. Find the probability of B. Okay, so let's start. So put our solutions here. Okay, so if you remember, probability of A intersection B, probability of A and B occurring at the same time is the probability of A times the probability of B. So we already have the probability of A intersection B, that is 1 over 7. Of the probability of A, or before I even go there, let's just write this. Let's just make B the subject of the formula so we make life easier. So the probability of B equals the probability of A intersection B over divided by the probability of A. All right, so the probability of A intersection B is 1 over 7 divided by the probability of A, which is 1 over 5. So basically, let's do the division of the fractions. 1 over 7 divided by 1 over 5. All right. Remember, when dividing fractions, the sign changes, so it becomes 1 times 7. All right. 1 over 7 times 5 over 1. All right. The probability of B is 5 over 7. Okay, probability of B is 5 over 7. Then the probability of B occurring only and only if A occurs, this is conditional probability. So remember, so probability of B occurring if A occurs is the same, is equal to the probability of A intersection B over probability of A. So you notice these two are similar, all right? These two are similar, right? Because this is the formula for conditional probability, okay? Whenever you're dealing with conditional probability, always remember it is the intersection divided by, usually the denominator is the event which is at the bottom here. So as you can see, the probability of event A is going to be at the denominator. So we calculated this already, right? It's 1 over 7 divided by 1 over 5. 1 over 7 times 5 over 1. So again, our answer still stays the same. 5 over 7. Okay. Then finally, we have to find the probability of A occurring if B doesn't occur. Okay. So let's find the probability of B complement of B not occurring. PB complement equals 1 minus P probability of B. This is 1 minus, as a probability of B, 5 over 7. Okay. So common denominator here is 7. 7 minus 5 here. That is 2 over 7. Right? If you remember fractions, get the common denominator. Right? 7 divided by 1 is 7. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. That's how we get 2 over 7. Right? Another trick you can use, especially when you're dividing one and fractions, you can take it like this also. All right. 1 over 5 minus 7 is the same as 7 over 7 minus 5 over 7. It gives us 2 over 7. Okay. Usually the denominator, you can put it on the, when you're subtracting 1 by a fraction, right? Just remember the denominator, put it here as the numerator and the same denominator and just subtract by the original fraction. So the probability of B not occurring is 2 over 7. Now I'll find the probability of A intersection B complement. Okay, because we're going to need this one. So that's the probability of A times the probability of B complement. All right, so the probability of A, what was the probability of A? Let's just check it here. The probability of A is 1 over 5. 1 over 5 times 1 over 5 times 2 over 7. That is 2 over 35. Right, so now we can find the probability of A, the conditional probability of A occurring if B doesn't occur is equal to the probability of A intersection B complement over the probability of B complement. All right, so probability of A intersection, so this is going to be probability of A intersection B complement is 2 over 35 divided by the probability of B not occurring, that's 2 over 7. So 2 over 35 times 7 over 2, all right? Because we are dividing here, and when you divide, the sign changes, so it becomes 7 over 2. So we can simplify this. 7 divided by 35 is 1. So 1 times 2, that is 2. 2 times 5, that is 10. And simplify this further. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 2 divided by 10 is 5. So the probability of A occurring while B doesn't occur is 1 over 5. That's the conditional probability.